Greetings. Good evening, good day, good morning, good night. So to everybody, man, it's up and around. People that are out, people that are working. You know what I mean? You just probably woke up and you're playing with your phone. You really don't have nowhere to go. Saying, "Well, shit, let me see if Ask Nathaniel was live." Shout out to all of y'all, goddamn. But most importantly, man, I don't know how to shout out my people that are going out. That's such a dead zone right now. Like it just is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what? If you were going out like this and it was again, I'm really about dates, right? Dates and time. And this was like 2002, even though being in post 9/11, it would still make sense. Shout out to Thelonious. Shout out to Thelonious, goddamn. Shout out to Lonnie. Good morning to you, darling. I don't know how people do it, man. You know, today was a day, man. You know, it's just really sad, man, because today I'm out, we moving around, family's moving around, and it is like dead out here. Like it is dead. You know what I mean? What else could you do creatively? And you know why you know it's dead? Because if you ask everybody what they've been up to, they doing the same thing you doing, if not worse. You know, I just came home after my day and I sat down and I watched the Shy. Incredible show. Starting to get corny though. You know, I like to watch a show and feel connected and not knowing what's going to happen next. You understand? Yeah, this is a really strong topic because I really got to shout out to Ebony Princess. I'm going to have to clarify because there's some things that I think people got misinformed when I tell you to cut everybody off. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. So I came on when I watched The Shy, you know what I'm saying? Me and the wife and the daughter came home and it was just like, you know what? We all got this little summer cold, but we maintaining it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we went out. Damn, I just realized I didn't even get to a stop I was supposed to go to. Damn. I'm sorry. I just thought about that. I'm supposed to go to BJ's. But anyway, I went to the mall, you know, my little favorite spot. Well, one of them, you know what I mean? And I got back home and I watched The Shy. And it was such a great episode. You know, I really love the cast. I really love what, you know, this woman's doing. Even though they got the straight women looking like holes and they got the men looking sorry, you know, sorry. Lena Waithe is a brilliant woman, you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I like about Lena Waithe because Showtime is official. And even they even struggling because it's really hard in this game of production. If I could sit down with these executives, they could be like, Nathaniel, we we need you here. You know what I mean? Because even when they have something good, it's still not good enough. You know, the one problem I got with this show on Showtime called The Shy, it gets on a roll where they can have 3, 4 episodes that's on a roll, and then it gets messy. And I'm like, ah man, you know. So anyway, long story short, this dude gets shot. The shot was so fake. What people don't understand, if you ever looked at a TV show, and this is why I don't like Tyler Perry. I don't like Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? Oh wow! Shout out to Thelonious. Man, Thelonious is a major supporter. Anybody that comes into a room like this and they say like, share, subscribe, that means a lot. You know, there's a couple of y'all that do it, then y'all don't do it, but that's a big deal. And then you just drop $5 in the jump off, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And like he said, put those likes up. Okay. Thank you very much. And that is support because I appreciate that. So Thank you, bro. Love you. You know what I mean? And get into the habit. Shout out to my aunt Bootsy. Get into saying I love you. Nobody wants to get involved in that when we say we love each other. They'll come to one of our events. They gonna be like, damn, I'm all left out. Yeah, because you ain't got it ain't about no blue wrench when we meet in person. It's the love, you know what I'm saying? And that's sacred. So anyway, I'm watching this show and I'm like, okay, how they gonna do this now? This dude got shot. Um, I don't want to spoil it because some people probably didn't see the episode. Long story short, once again, everybody's haircut is precise. And I don't know if you know, but in order to have your hair cut to perfection like that, especially a fade and a line, you would have to get a haircut every day. Okay. Literally. I mean, at the least, maybe every other day. Your hair can't stay that fresh and perfect. So they had this one woman, Reagan, something Reagan. There was a couple. They have a lot of celebrities from older TV shows, which I like. Reagan, Megan Good. No, it wasn't Megan Good. I forgot the girl's name. She used to be on the show with Urkel. One of the girls used to be on the show with Urkel, and it was another show I forgot. But anyway, I'm watching it, and she got these incredible, perfect braids that just been done. You know, you can't have a TV show and it's perfect like that. It takes away from the authenticity because now you see the makeup, you see the fresh cut. Niggas is in bed and they look like they're dead because it looks like a funeral. So the this guy was they just looked fake. Tonight it kind of turned me off because I'm like, all right, show started to look Tyler Perry-ish. And when I say Tyler Perry-ish, everybody in Tyler Perry's show got an Atlanta cut. You know, that sprayed nonsense. They spray the beard, spray their hair. So, for a nice Friday evening, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have a treat. You know that treat when you go to on demand, you're like, oh yes, new episode. I remember watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I used to love a new episode of that on HBO. I don't watch a lot of Tubi. I don't watch a lot of um Amazon. I don't watch a lot of Netflix. Now I know I'm wasting my money with all these subscriptions, but I must admit, the best thing I've ever subscribed to is YouTube. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean? I don't even know why it took so long. I didn't realize all the benefits and the subscription to YouTube. So shout out to that. But I can watch some official stuff on Amazon. I mean, excuse me, Netflix. I'm gonna tell you what's official on Netflix, right? What's official on Netflix? Shout out to Thelonious, man. I really salute you, man. I really appreciate that shit. I'm dead serious. Love you, bro. Serious. I love support, man. But so when I watch when I watch Netflix, unless it's a series, it's good. And I'm into cinematography. And studio cinematography is pretty simple. It's very dark. The show's a dark show. They not like they be outside where they see true sunlight. It's just all dark. It's in the evening because they're in the studio and they're doing studio shots or whatever. But today I was just like, damn, like this shit is kind of getting whacked now. So anyway, the dude ends up surviving, whatever. I know I just spoiled it, whatever. It's a spoiler, but and the girl, Lala Anthony's on there. She looking crazy. I forgot the other rapper dude from Chicago, terrible actor. Um, but I got Lynn Whitfield there. She's amazing. But you can see the writers are struggling now because now it's just becoming messy, and the characters look too fake. If you watch good shows back in the 70s and 80s, Sanford and Son, these niggas' hair was never official until they were on interviews off the show. Like if they if their shit was a mess back then, I know, and it was different because you wasn't supposed to have the perfect afro back then. But even on a show, at least when you see a brother come into indoors and they had a hat and they took the hat off and you see the hair is all messed up and dented up, but they're holding their hat. Now niggas is all in the house with their hats on and shit like that and perfect beard cuts. It just makes the show look fake because now it's like you guys are ODing on the hair and makeup now because it doesn't look authentic. Because nobody rolls, no gangsters are sitting on the side of the street, especially in dusty ass Chicago, and y'all niggas is fresh like that every day. Y'all never been that way, so that's whack. On top of the fact that the storyline kind of connects with the presentation. So anyway, needless to say, I wasn't happy. And I'm like, damn, I struggled to watch them. So I try to watch the first 48, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that anymore because it brings down the vibration. I used to love that show up until today. I'm like, oh wow, since I've been on my journey, right, the growth journey, because now I'm like, I want some shit to make me laugh or be excited or adventurous. I'm like, nah, this shit is depressing. So I said, I can't watch that. I get nightmares, right? So to backtrack today, you know, we rolled out. I normally don't even do anything on a Friday as far as work. So I had this one customer. And it was just so ironic how we was talking about all the nigga shit earlier, right? My last stream was just exactly to this, man. And it's just like, oh my God, I don't know where to start tonight. Like, I got so much shit to share just because of our black family blood, man. It's just too predictable. It's unpredictable, but predictable, if you know what I mean. So this woman calls me up. Now, again, anybody that knows me knows I don't like to work and I don't work on Fridays. But I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Deposit customer, she had to wait to put down the thing on the money, on the furniture, whatever. That was my first warning shot. And, in life, you get warning shots. You got to pay attention. So that was the first. So anyway, I said, listen, call me Friday when you pay the thing off and I'll see what I can do. Salesman called me, listen, boom, boom, boom. She's all ready to go. That was the second shot. So I to the told the nigga, listen, I'm not available. Period. Nobody could do nothing if you're not available. See, when you have no accessibility, then it's easy. But when you have people have access to you, you gotta know when to say you're just not available. I'm nowhere near there. There's no way I could get this done. You know what I mean? So me not me slipping on my own words, I was like, all right, whatever. I get a missed call from some California number. Now, I don't know nobody calling me from California. If they're gonna hit me on WhatsApp, they're gonna hit me with a message. So I don't pick up that shit. So the salesman's like, oh, her son's trying to call you to pay you. That was the third little shot. Cause you calling me to pay me, nigga, for your mother, that means you broke. Now I don't know, nobody picks up why that is, but I can feel that this is nigga shit. Cause the reality is that you should have put that shit in your mother's hands. How you paying me? Are you gonna be at the house? You wanna cause you know what I mean? So I called her mother and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna pick your stuff up today. The store's gonna put it in my truck. And, you know, she's like, oh yeah, yes. Well, I gotta go to the meat market. I'm like, okay. Now peep where I'm going with this, right? She says she gotta go to the meat market. So I'm like, all right, she gotta go to the meat market. You're fucking my day up already. I'm already going against my rules. Peep game. I got nothing but warning shots not to fuck with this. And I'm not even taking heed to saying, listen, we're gonna stop this right here. It can't be done. It won't be done until Monday. Okay. Maybe even Tuesday. But whatever. Right. So I said, well, call me. I'll call you when it's in my truck. Cause I got a truck too that I could put the family in and there's a little bit of area in the back, whatever. So she like, okay. So I called the son because the son was hitting me and whatever. He didn't pick up when I called back. So I called a lady. I seen a missed call at 4 o'clock, and I called her. She ain't picking up. So I'm like, okay. My wife's like, listen, why don't you just go over there? Now that wasn't a good thing. I should have just been like, listen, they gotta call me and let me know what's going on because they fucking my day up right now. I can't even get on my swole and go to Jersey. So I called his son. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get in touch with your mother. He's like, and this, that, and the third. So he's like, okay. He said, yeah, I'm gonna pay you. I'm like, okay. No, 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 no. He didn't say I pay you yet. My bad, my bad. I said, call your mother, get in touch with her because she ain't picking the phone up, and I just seen a missed call. So I'm assuming she's home. It's like, all right, cool. So I get over there. I go over there, which I shouldn't have did. It's a Friday, mad traffic. Cut one side of the borough, any part of the 5 boroughs on a Friday. If you ever visit me, don't get into an Uber between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Just don't even do it. Okay? I don't give a fuck where you at. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, it don't matter. So she gets in a I get over there where she lives now. She live in the PJs, whatever, no big deal. I get over there and I go upstairs. Now the son never called me back. I knock on the door, bang bang. How you doing? Oh yes, I was trying to call. My phone is out. I'm like, okay, I got your stuff in the truck. I just wanted to make sure you were home. She said, yes. I said, well, how am I getting paid? She said, oh, I thought the store paid it. I said, I don't work for the store. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna take the money over there. Like, she's like, oh, my son. It's a black woman, obviously, a sister. She said, my son got it. So I called the son, the nigga don't pick. I knew he wasn't gonna pick up because he never called me back. So I text the nigga, I'm like, listen, I'm here with your mother. She's trying to get in touch with you, but her phone ain't working. So he says, oh, now he responds. Okay. Typical nigga move. So I'm like, yo, how am I getting paid? So he asked me, and this motherfucker had the audacity to ask me, do you take Discover? Come on, bro. You broke ass nigga. How the fuck we sitting? Your mother's living in the PJs, nigga. Fucked up. She got $7 in her hand. Literally. $7, nigga. Like we way off, nigga, for a drop off. I ain't gonna get into my figures. That's not important, but okay, I don't do this for nothing. So I said, no, I don't take credit cards, my nigga. Like, then I respond, I said, yo, do you have Zelle? Now I gotta use, I don't want to fuck with my Zelle because my Zelle got my personal information. So I'm like, yo, do you have Cash App? And I said both. Because at this point, I'm like, I just want this shit out of my truck so I could get on with my fucking day. This motherfucker responds and tells me his Zelle ain't working now. Okay, so now you just broke. How the fuck you living in California, nigga, and your mother's here, and she got $7 in her hand, my nigga? Like that. That's not even enough for a tip. Black people, man. I swear to God, man. I really think black people. I believe that there's retardation, and I can work with a person that has a mental challenge. I really can. But black folks have their own thing. They have their own disease, and I don't even know what to call it. I just call it nigga shit. Am I lying? Niggas just niggas are just so predictable and unpredictable when it comes to just taking care of simple business. Nigga, I deal with nothing but white folks, and the only people that want to get over on this shit is niggas. Now, at this point, I was done talking to him because motherfucker's broke. I got the shit in my truck. She's like, well, I said, well, who's your other kids? Now, next door to her, there was this young couple coming out with their kids. You know how black people are. They live on the same floor and don't fuck with each other. So these young dirt bombs ain't gonna, you know what I mean? You think they would come out and say, hey, how you doing, Miss Lucy? Is it you all right? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Can I borrow such and such? Because the guy, he has she don't even talk to nobody. So I said, well, how many kids do you have? She said, three. I said, okay. So the nigga just defies us all. He said, well, if you come tomorrow, one of my brothers will bring. I didn't even respond to the nigga because I'm just like, y'all niggas is all fucked up for this little bit of money, nigga. Y'all can't even get your moms. How your mother out here buying a damn set from a furniture store and y'all ain't even got enough money to deliver it? So at this point, I told the sister, I said, listen, if I don't do it now, I'm coming back Monday. I just had one of my guys bring it. She said, not tomorrow. I said, no, no tomorrow, no Sunday. Period. You know what I mean? It's not an option. So um, I said, won't you know you got a neighbor? So she said she tried to check on the neighbor, but the neighbor probably heard us in the hallway talking. She ain't gonna open up the door. We in the PJs now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, my wife gonna be tight because she just like, damn nigga, we wasted all this time and now the shit is sitting in the truck. She get tight. I'm like, listen, don't even trip. We got the, you know what I mean? We got the damn merchandise, so she got to pay me to get this shit off. It's just now I'm driving a truck that I normally wouldn't want to take out on no Friday. I could have took my smallest shit. So whatever, no big deal. We just gonna go to the mall and do what we do. Fuck it, don't let this shit stop you. You know what I mean? That's what I get for letting the excess in. You feel me? See, I allowed that accessibility. The girl at the store was like, I'm surprised to see you here on a Friday because you don't work on no Friday. Because I can do that. So when I did that, I went against all my shit. See, and now it ain't the lady's fault. It ain't the bum ass son's fault. All three of them fucking bums. It it's me having this success. And once you let this success in, it's almost like there's a flood outside. They tell you don't open a fucking window, nigga. You open a window, the car's gonna get flooded. And you open it up anyway. That's what I did. I let all the fucking garbage in. Now I'm stuck with this shit until Monday. Just the inconvenience, knowing that I fucked up. So, boom. I moved along. We did what we did a little bit of shopping. You know what I'm saying? We in the mall, chilling, you know, Latin women walking all around, fat ass and titties all around the place. That nigga's nowhere to be found. Okay, we in the arcade chilling, you know, few niggas in there, whatever, with they black chicks, but nobody with no Latin chicks. So I'm just learning shit over and over. And the one thing I learned today was your life is your life. And life is what you make it, right? When you allow certain things in, you gotta be accountable for that. But you gotta know the difference between garbage and sunlight. If you passing through Jersey and you smell those chemicals, close the fucking window. You understand? But if you got a nice breeze and the rain stopped, open that bitch up. You don't cut the sun off. You don't cut the natural breeze off. You gotta know the difference of knowing what to allow into that mind, that body and soul, because it fucks with everything. It fucked with my mind, body, and soul. It got me frustrated. I'm wasting time, and time lost is never found. So now when I deal with this woman, I gotta tell her, listen, do you have the cash in your hand? Because a nigga may ask me, yo, do you have cash? No, nigga, I need cash. Fuck Cash App. Y'all got to put that money. You got 2 days to put that shit in your mother's hand. Because that's the only way y'all niggas gonna get access to me. Because I bring this shit back to the store. Better yet, I'm not gonna bring it back to the store because I already did my job. Y'all niggas owe me money. So I gotta put the brakes on. So when I got home, I'm chilling. I'm like, all right, cool. We had to do it. The baby had to go to bed and all the above. Wifey, everybody. I said, I just want to sit up right now and watch the shot. And I was like, this shit is weak. And I'm like, well, you can't diss the show, nigga, if you ain't do nothing about it. You know? You gain access to watching this. I could have watched something else to build my vibration up. I said, well, shit, for all this, I might as well just, you know what I mean? Watch watch some shit that's gonna build me up. God damn, I've talked. Maybe I just pop on a live stream. Shout out the Valley. Shout out to Lonnie. What's up, y'all? God damn. So check it, right? Moving along. I had this epiphany, right? So I'm sitting there chilling and you ever just sometimes sit back and you just now you allow the accessibility of the good vibe, the air, the speech. You know what I mean? Rewind a little bit. We was at a little spot, a little eating spot, and I pulled up in a handicap spot. But the way the place is, it's real jammed up, so you kind of gotta go next to the handicap grade, not the spot itself. So some nigga pulled to the right side of me and squeezed in. I back up, nigga. You can't be next to me. I don't like nobody close to me like that. So the mindset is always gonna be throughout the day, throughout your journey, you gotta know what to let in and what not to. Now, this brings me to this. I know a lot of y'all are like Nate. I listen to a lot of your streams. I listen to a lot of your wisdom. I'm in classroom a lot. Okay. Some of y'all know me on a personal level because you have my WhatsApp number and we talk. Okay. And some of y'all we vibe every day. Some of y'all we do video calls, video messages, which is extraordinary. But there's individuals I did that with before and we don't do it anymore. And now you don't have that access anymore. You understand? Because if I look at the archives and I haven't spoken to you in 4 or 5 months, because now when you feel low, you want to fuck with me. You can't have the accessibility like that. That's not consistency. I don't play those games. You can't call me because you're going through a rough spot with that fucking jackass. Because all you want to do right now, you want to, first and foremost, you're letting me know that your accessibility has been so open, you allowed that fucking shithole back in your life. And now you want to call me and tell me, Nate, you was talking some gems today. Bitch, I haven't spoken to you since February. The WhatsApp says it. The WhatsApp tells you when the last time I spoke to you. When's the last time you left a message? When's the last time you text me? You can't have that accessibility because to me, that's garbage. It's like looking at a refrigerator and you're like, hold on. This shit's been in here too long. This sandwich ain't no good. There's mayonnaise on it. It's the summertime. We can't keep a sandwich in this motherfucker for no 3, 4 days. That gotta go in the garbage. But this fried chicken or this baked chicken, we probably got a couple days with that. It's cooked with no mayonnaise on it. Don't throw that out. But when you come into my WhatsApp, that's personal because WhatsApp is not social media. Okay, so when you're talking to me and you have that access and you don't stay consistent, you'll never get that again. Because I apparently had to give you that. You had to work to that because I don't just give my phone number out. I must have known something about you to do that. But again, okay, everything can't stay in a refrigerator. So I know there's been this thing where a lot of y'all been getting confused, and I really, really want to clarify this. And I know this is a big issue. Nate, I know you said don't cut everybody off in life. It's a sign of loneliness. Right. That is true. Don't cut everybody out your life. It's a sign of loneliness. Right. However, I want to make one thing clear, and I want you to get to business. Because the thing is this once I'm telling you what you're about, you need to do, you're going to have to get to it immediately. You can't get to what I'm about to tell you and don't get to the bag. And we don't mean a bag of money. We mean a bag of gold. The golden rule is in that bag. Okay? Because once you cut this shit off of what I'm about to tell you, you got to get to the method. And you got to let the method kick in every single day. Because if you don't bother cutting nobody else off. Okay? Don't cut the shit out your life and think that tomorrow morning you're gonna feel better. You're gonna feel worse. Okay? A hoarder cannot get rid of the garbage unless they replace it with something. You can watch that show all you want. They never show you. If you don't believe me, watch them 2, 3, 4 months later. Okay? They right back at it. All the garbage comes back in because they never replaced it with anything. If you know you got some good people starting to come into your life, you got to get rid of that fucking garbage. Cut it loose completely. I don't give a fuck if it's your baby's father. If that shit is toxic waste, okay, it's the same toxicity that you have in your bathtub, okay, called mold. You got to get rid of that. That moisture is going to cause bodily harm. It will affect your health. You got to clean that shit out and get it out because once it builds up more, you're going to have a problem. Now, again, you can't clean that mold out your bathroom without having a plan to maintain it. That's the hardest part. The hardest, cutting motherfuckers out your life is easy. That's easy. All you got to do is press block, but maintaining it. So some of you fucking clowns that I know, which mostly a woman, because ain't too many niggas got my shit, and you in my WhatsApp, and you know you haven't spoken to me in months, because you're on different platforms, you know you're never going to get a response from me. Okay? That's consistent. We're not going to play the game and then go back and revamp. You have to have a plan when you cutting the garbage out because the maintenance is the hardest part. Ask anybody, maintaining a car, maintaining your body, maintaining. How many of y'all probably got plastic surgery and got a tummy tuck? Oh, the surgery's a bitch. That ain't nothing. Try maintaining that motherfucker, keeping that weight down for the rest of your life. You have to marry to that. So what I'm about to tell you is real simple. Cut the garbage out of your life. Cut all excess. You got to cut that shit loose. Okay? And when you cut it loose, have a plan. Don't go to church and just think, now you cut everybody out your life and you got to go to church every Sunday and you think you better than everybody. That ain't going to work. Because all you going to do is meet somebody from church that's a piece of shit. You got to watch that because now you make your vulnerability scale higher. You have to have a plan. What is my goal? Don't share it. Talk to yourself. I'm gonna snip these 6 losers in my life. They're dead weight, they're garbage. What are you gonna replace that with? Because if you don't have an answer and you think it's just gonna be better, it doesn't go that way. That's why I tell you, cutting everybody out your life is a segue to loneliness. Because you're gonna be lonely and depressed like that. Some of you may cut people out your lives that really ain't the people you're supposed to cut out. And then the motherfuckers you kept there, they should have went. Because you may be taking things personally. WhatsApp is different. You can't have access to WhatsApp and you're not consistent. And it pop up on my live talking about, hey, Nate, you can't do that. I won't block you on a live stream, but you best to believe you'll never have no access on my WhatsApp ever again. Because I'm not going to respond to you. I don't want to see your curly hair or your straight hair. Hey, what do you think I should dress? What do you think about this makeup? All that shit you know I'm against. Don't share none of that shit with me because I can't see it. So I'm telling you, don't waste your time. I'm consistent with that. That's how I've been. Now, if I slip on that, everything goes down the drain. If a crackhead says he's clean for 20 fucking years and he smokes crack one time, the 20 years go down the drain immediately. That's how powerful accessibility is. If I did not allow that access today with this customer, I wouldn't be talking about it. It wouldn't have been a conversation. I'm unavailable on Fridays. Better yet, don't even call me. Let me turn the business phone off. Cause now you gotta find a way. Now we got a fucking headache right now because your problem is my problem. You see the difference? So what ends up happening is when y'all go through your snaps, a lot of y'all cut people out your lives and you don't get a plan. You just get more depressed and you start now you gotta go to therapy. Now you cut all these people out your life and you still ain't doing shit. That's how you put yourself depressed. So now, oh, I'm meeting people. I got new friends. That ain't gonna be no new friends because they doing the same shit you doing. That's why they go to church. Be very careful. And I'm not saying nobody cut me out. Some people cut me out their lives. Amen. So I'm not perfect. Some people probably say I'm cutting him out too. There's a world beyond YouTube. There's my personal life. They may have thought, well, I used to fuck the nigga, so I don't want to distract myself. Whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. But I tell you one goddamn thing. They better make sure to know the difference between garbage and the gold. It's a big difference. You don't throw the gold in the garbage. Some of you motherfuckers put the gold in the garbage, and that's why you don't achieve shit. How many times y'all cut people out your lives and your lives ain't going any fucking where? Or I made more money. Fuck your money. I've been making money all my life. That's nothing. Tell me right now, how has life gotten better? Without lying to yourself. Don't lie to me, because I know it didn't. Okay, if you tell me you cut all these people out your lives and your life got better, no, that doesn't work that way. You cut all these people out of your life, and I concentrated on achieving my fucking damn dream job or my dream goal. That's different. You gotta have a plan. Or maybe you got to segue a whole bunch of good people that popped up in your life, and you're like, you know what? These old motherfuckers ain't even coinciding with the new ones. That's different. So you have to have an instant replacement. If you're gonna cut your baby's father out your life because you got a new nigga that wants to move you to Texas and start a new life because your nigga's been dating for 3 years, that's different. But you can't cut your baby's father out your life because of your emotion. You can't make decisions with your emotion. That'll never work. You'll be stuck like that. You'll never be able to get rid of that fucking bum. But once you move to Florida, you know the bum ass nigga lives here in New York. You got a new nigga. Things are going well. Okay, well, oh well. The father ain't shit, but goddamn, he got a stepfather. You'll never turn back. You'll never turn back because he's not gonna have no accessibility to you. But if you're just doing it, oh, fuck that, I'm just done, and you think life's gonna get better, by the next 2 days, you're gonna wake up feeling like shit because you're cutting all these people out your life and it's not good for your growth. That's not normal. It's a stepping stone. Okay? You gotta make the old, you gotta take the old and put the new in. That's why a lot of y'all that cut everybody out your lives, y'all be more miserable than when they were there. Okay? Now you getting mixed up. You cut the garbage gotta go. You got a friend and niggas a hater. Okay? There's nothing there. Y'all got nothing in common no more. Block them. Cut off all communication. Fuck them. If he catch you from a private number, you pick up, say, I'll call you right back. And just never call them. That's different. But make sure it's garbage. Don't mix up the garbage with the recyclables. Recyclable is good. You could take a step back. You could put it over here. You could put it's still worth something. Recyclable could come back into the hemisphere. Garbage goes in the dirt. Now a lot of y'all more lost people. Oh, well, Nate, how about people? We ain't talking about a funeral. Don't get that confused. That's a whole different topic. We talking about garbage. If y'all live down south, you know my grandmother used to take the garbage and they burn it. They used to put it in the backyard and burn that bitch. That's how they got rid of the garbage. They didn't wait for the 2, 3 days a week for the garbage man to come. They put all that shit in there and burn that bitch. Get rid of it. Cut the garbage. You probably some of y'all be probably I done cut. That's why I cut everybody off. No, you can't do that. You cut off your lifeline like that. Be careful. You don't want to do that. Some of them crazy motherfuckers you need in your life. You know what I mean? You got a motherfucker that's on your Instagram and they don't support and they always got something negative. Just fucking block them. That's all. It's very simple. Well, wait, Nate, what happens if they ask? Well, they have access to you. You can't do it like that. Make sure when you cut the garbage off, there's no accessibility. They can't get to you anymore. If they have access to you, you can't cut them loose like that. There's no accessibility. All right, it's like a troll. All right, you got them on your Instagram, block them. Instant, instant access denied. But now when people have accessibility to you, because they got your phone number, they know where you live, it's probably your friend. You see him at the gym, but you blocked them on Instagram. Now you're a cuckoo bird. Now when they ask you, damn nigga, what you did? Block me on Instagram? Oh yeah, you said something crazy. Now you looking crazy. Now they're gonna be like, man, let me cut this crazy. This bitch is nuts. And now you're the garbage. I I have people in my life that probably cut me off just because they know how I would have thought about something. Just a thought. I probably said nothing, right? That's called an overreaction. Because now I'm looking at them saying, well, I don't know anybody that cut me off in my life that's doing better than what they were doing. I don't know nobody personally. So you got to be careful with that. Some of y'all become Christians, y'all go to church, and y'all just get the snipping. You cut everybody off. Oh, I'm done with this one. I'm done. Everybody's negative. You're in church. You know what I was doing in church at 15 years old with the girls in there? I couldn't be a deacon in church. I don't trust myself. I don't want to have that accessibility to a woman that way. That's too much for me. You understand? This I could control. Church, forget it. I'm up closer with these people every week and I'm a deacon with fine women. Hell no. That won't be healthy for my marriage. You get what I'm saying? Church, church, come on. Y'all know what happens in church. Y'all know what, I don't care if you're a Jehovah's Witness or Christian. Y'all know what y'all do. Okay? Y'all know what y'all do. You believe the whole world is negative and everybody in your church is positive. That's vulnerability. Now, when you deal with one of these turkeys, you're not going to know the guy's a piece of shit because you're in church. They train you to believe all the enemies is outside, and that's not true. There's a lot of people that don't go to church that are great people. There's people that go to church that are shit. Cut the fucking garbage out. Get rid of it. You fuck that ex-boyfriend. Y'all still friends. For what? Why? But if you have an ex-boyfriend, y'all still friends because this nigga really helps you out mentally, pushes you harder to do better in life. That's not garbage. Know the difference between garbage because you could cut off your lifeline. That's why a lot of y'all niggas be stuck. Y'all go from one fire to another. My father used to always say that. You leave one fire to go to another fire. I see a lot of women I grew up with. We don't talk anymore. But when we see your Facebook pages, your niggas is still single, still out here looking for a nigga, cause you ain't listening to me. Now y'all niggas is pushing 40, 50 fucking years old with nobody. Cause you never wanted to listen. Now you indifferent. Some of y'all niggas moved from Virginia to Florida. You still got the same last name. Nothing changed. Cause you're stuck. You can tell you stuck. Y'all still posting dumb shit. Posting your mother's birthday, your birthday, your son bought this. I mean, come on, what kind of miserable life is that? That means you cut everybody out your fucking life and moved and thought, I need a different scenery. It does, I don't give a fuck if you moved to Timbuktu. Promise you, you can't fool the mind. The mind knows when it needs nourishment and love. Okay? You can't neglect the body from love. It will go into shock. The human body is not made for that. It has to be loved to grow. You can't have a flower and not water it. So if you're just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm just not gonna water it, you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be dead. You don't believe me? Put some water in that shit and see how quick it wakes up. It needs water. The earth needs water. Grass needs water. If it doesn't have water, it turns brown. So what do you think happens with a human being? You stay stuck and depressed. And that's why you're so unhappy. Because you don't know what the fuck to do. Do I cut everybody out? Because that never works. Or do I get new friends? You can't go out looking for new friends. The journey, you'll meet good friends, but you got to know which ones are friends and which one are foes. Well, I'm going to get a brand new start. I'm going to go meet me a country nigga. Well, you're vulnerable now. You don't know nothing about this nigga. You don't know nothing. You're too old to be moving and meeting new motherfuckers without knowing the history of a nigga. Ain't like y'all went to grade school and you knew the nigga for 4 years and learned his family. You're going out there with a grown mindset. So the fucking nigga 4 years from now is an eternity. When you was in high school, you was a freshman, you fucked the nigga as a senior. That was normal. So now you fuck this nigga and realize all the niggas is the same fucking way, no matter where you go. It ain't no difference. Just a different town, same shit. Whether he in Arkansas, whether he in fucking LA, it's a nigger. It's the same shit. I do that today with that customer. This is nigga shit. Nigga shit, you gotta say, where is the money? Thank God I didn't bring nothing to her door. That's why I asked her, do you have my payment? She said, I only got $7 in my hand. I said, $7? Sister, that's not enough for me to bring it back to the store. It cost me more than fuel to come over here. Come on now, sister. You know that ain't right. You're fucked up. The kid's fucked up. It's a one big disaster. Now, this ain't necessarily, I got to let her suffer. I got to catch myself. See, when you are controlling your destiny, accessibility reflects on you. Then you come and tell me you've been with a nigga for 2, 3 years. He lives with you, and now the nigga's doing you dirty. I'm gonna be like, damn, bitch, what was you thinking? Well, it ain't my fault. He lost a good woman. How did he lose a good woman? Ain't nothing good about a stupid woman. You thought you was fucking a nigga and you looked out and did all this dumb shit. You might as well just stayed by yourself and did bad. Valley said on Facebook, I just unfollow, but still be friends. They have that option. That don't do shit either though. It does nothing. You got Facebook, they got access to you. That's the problem. They could look through your shit when you're sleeping. Just think about the concept of that. Facebook is a bad way to cut people loose because at the end of the day, you're putting yourself out there. I have a bullshit Facebook account, right? Literally, I have access to everybody else. They don't have access to me. That's what you want. I have the access. That's how you stay in control. Okay, you can't look me up; it's not going to pop up. But I could go to their page and see what they ain't doing. What about that? You want to do that. You want to see the lousy motherfuckers in your life. Then you know that for Whether they cut you or you cut them loose, you could determine does it work. That's why you got to go to people's pages and see how shitty their lives are. But if you have no access to their page because they don't have no accessibility to giving you, they win. You don't. But most of y'all still got your shit up there. Y'all posting funerals. Y'all posting a stressful day. Y'all posted people cutting people out. Y'all all fucked up over there. And you just wasting time. Don't even bother with that. Facebook, you got to do it this way. If you got a person on there that's totally dead weight, y'all don't fuck with each other. You don't fuck with this person. Then yeah, that's you just block them. That's all. You know, family and friends. This one to say happy birthday. That's petty. Don't bother. Just keep them there. You know what I mean? Because if not, just delete the whole page. Valley said, "Hey, I did block my name on IG because she posted all bikini pics, and I ain't trying to see her like that." Well, I mean, shit, I would like to see that. What's her fucking page? What's you know what I'm saying? There's people that want to see that. I want to see it. You understand? That's petty blocking. Cause that ain't gonna make your life any better. You could have just unfollowed her for all that. You don't have to block her. When Facebook first started, it was better. We had the wave and shit. We had what's the little shrug thing, the little shrug on the shoulder, whatever that shit was. It was more fun. But Facebook is whack now. See you gotta go by the level. If you got a Facebook account now, the best thing to do, if you want to research how many losers in your fucking life they are, get a bullshit page. It's better that way. Trust me. You still get access, and they won't get no access to you. That's how you got to do that. I forgot. I'm telling you. Believe me. You'll see how many fucking losers. Listen. Oh well, I don't be checking other people. You got to check other people's page. That's what the internet's about. You should always do that. Go. That's how you see a progression. When you see everybody else is a piece of shit. All fucking losers on Facebook. Their highest levels buying a house. Those are losers. Because a nigga that's really doing it won't have no Facebook page. I promise you. Jay-Z and Beyonce do not have a Facebook page, not even their fucking daughters. And I use them too because they don't need it. So if this was 2007, 2010, Facebook was lit. Facebook is only good now to see the people around you, how they grown. You want to see family members, and you don't want them to see you. You want to see some of them ex-girlfriends and boyfriends. Then you look and you're gonna feel a motive. You know what I mean? Don't get addicted to it. Just tap in every now and then. And you'll see they're all the same. I promise you. You're gonna see like, oh shit, this shit works. People be afraid. Oh, I'll be checking my people's pages. You have to. Now when you have a regular Facebook, you can't do that because now they have the same access you got to them. You know what I'm saying, Thelonious? I'm telling you. That's how you eliminate that shit. You eliminate the loser by having access to them. I can see you, but you can't see me, nigga. We live in a world of surveillance cameras. We live in a world of ring. I have the accessibility, not you. You can't look at my window every fucking night, but I can look in yours. And as you grow, you're gonna be able to be like, what a fucking bum. Oh, this one's still doing that. You will see a difference. Niggas will invite you to shit. You ain't even gotta go no more. You went and seen it on Facebook. God damn, I seen your whole party. Put it up on the fucking goddamn stories. Or what if they see me in the stories? They can't see you in the stories. It's not you. That's the advantage of Facebook now. If you did that, if I told you to do that in 2010, I would have told you you're a creep. Not now. You want to see, all you got to do, see what your people are doing now versus '07. They're all fucking losers. I promise you that. You can't be official and have a Facebook page. Still in 2025. Come on, that's whack. It's played out. You understand? Can you use Facebook? Yeah, because you have a whole bunch of other shit on there. Reels, all everything on Facebook. Listen, you can look at an algorithm on Instagram. Facebook's is better. Facebook videos are way better than Instagram. So there's no need to have a Facebook as a real page no more. It's pointless. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go to my Facebook page. It's my bullshit page, right? Let me give you an example of how you deal with fucking losers, right? That's why I tell you, you can't cut everything off. Some of the shit you need. So right here, right? You have the New York Times. I'm subscribed to the New York Times. So they always giving updates every 20 minutes, right? Now you got the ads and you got NewJersey.com. I don't live in Jersey, but I be in Jersey. I subscribe to that, right? Then you got your reels. Then you go here. Fire right now in Newark.
You have a fire in Newark. Another fire.
So now there's a fire in Newark. Now I can see this fucking loser here.
Yeah, people.
Rob's Carcel, he's sick, but he looks crazy. This is Jay-Z. We all look at it anyway. We all are surfing on everybody's business. Everybody does it. Everybody. My daughter, you, grandmother's, everybody's looking. So it's you're doing the same thing on every other platform. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok's algorithm. I don't like TikTok personally, but again, you don't need an official joint on there. I threw up a couple of things on TikTok at one time to play with my daughter or whatever, no big deal. But even then, at least I know I put it out there. Oh man, brother, man, where you been, bro? Shout out to J Speed. J Speed, what up, brother? I love you, bro. Damn, brother, where have you been? Okay. I need to have a live stream with you and a couple of the sisters here, bro. Please. I'm just gonna let you rock out. I'm not gonna even get involved. I just want you to rock out, please. Salute to you, bro. Shout out to J Speed, Uncle J Speed. She said, "Yeah, I got 2,000." Right. So you got 2,000 pics. That's not you giving too much access. That's too much access. You can't be exclusive with 2,000 pictures on your shit. Okay. Look at my Facebook. Look at the name of my shit. I got access to everything, the same shit, and I'm moving in silence. You understand? I see everything that everybody sees on social media. Now, I got people here that it tells me to contact, but I don't send these requests. I got 2 friends on this bitch. But it still gives me suggested friends because it knows on my phone. It knows my phone location. Oh, you got no pics from 2000. No, I thought you said you had 2,000 photos. I found a lot of info on Facebook. There's more info on Facebook than your friends. Your friends, listen, friends and family that's still posting on Facebook are losers. All of them. That shit is played out. You don't need to do that no more. Just get a bullshit page and make up a name. Don't put no photos up there. Put a photo up there, make up a photo. And just watch. Whether it's your family, friends, or strangers, you'd be surprised. You start looking at the world differently because the friends and family are gonna. That's why I tell you, you can't cut everybody loose. Don't do it. Everybody does that. You cut the garbage out, and even when you cut the fucking garbage out, you still got accessibility to them. They don't have it on you. You understand? Salute. OG Speed is a legend on YouTube, man. He one of the many few niggas I respect. Even when he did wild shit. Shout out to my nigga. He jumped on there with Kendrick G. But he didn't have to. He didn't even need to do that. But whatever. Niggas do what they do, but he didn't have to give Kendra G access because Kendra G is whack. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's accessible. You got to cut the access. Listen, access denied. There's nothing worse than a motherfucker know there's no, I don't even know where this person's at anymore. That's like a neighbor of yours that moved and just disappeared. You don't even know where the fuck they went. You know what I'm saying? But now you post all your shit and they on your damn timeline watching all your damn stories and they don't even talk to you. That's not good. It's good for you to have that, but not them. So y'all gonna see OG Speed in here in a minute. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. OG Speed. Let me just give you a quick layout on this man here. He the only man that could come to my stream and drop it on a woman. Now, he be going through shit with y'all sisters sometimes too, but he OG. And y'all know how I feel about OG niggas. You know what I mean? So if you're a woman that can handle the nigga, then you chop it up. But ain't never no disrespect here. I salute this man, and I don't think he should have been on the Kendra G show. I think that's beneath him. I think Kendra G's show is garbage. Okay, I think her shit is trash. Personally, I do. I think his content is better. Valley said, "What do you see? What if they see you but can't talk to you? You talking about on the page, Valley? Like if you got your so what I'm saying is, we said, what if they see you but can't talk to you? Okay, give me a little more. You talk about in person? Hold on, she said, yeah, I don't like people seeing me too much in my life, super nosy vibes. Well, okay, so let's just say you were saying if people see you in person, right? They see you, but you know what I mean? Nigga ain't got no access to you. You can't stop a nigga from seeing you, right? In person. You live next door, they live next door, but you know what I mean? You can't stop fucking it. You can't then you fucking a neighbor. You can't do that. Now you gotta move. Some of y'all women don't understand. Once you give that neighbor pussy, it's time to go. Because you gave them excess. And you ruined it now. Once you fuck a neighbor, you still live in the building or the house where you live in, you ruined it. Or you talk about online. Online, again, so you're saying as far as if they have a story and they could see you view it, well, they can't see you because they don't know who you are. You could still view a person's page on, or not Instagram if it's private, but even Facebook if it's private, you could still view their story. I'm telling you. Most people ain't locking that shit up like that because a lot of people don't know how to make they Facebook private. It's hard to do that. Instagram is easy to make private. So, you have no access. They ain't got no access to, then you could, you know what I mean? Then fuck them. She said she made 450,000 hits from our show. Yeah, I know she did. The only benefit was you, but I think your voice is, we need more OG niggas on YouTube. Excuse me, OG brothers. I ain't gonna call you no nigga. But we need OG brothers here because they gotta hear that shit. Kendra G is, you know what I mean? She ain't official. She's an internet troll. I don't like trolls. She's a troll. She's just capitalizing on black failure, black neglect. She's capitalizing. She ain't teaching nobody. She's influencing them. She got a whole bunch of garbage on her show. You too official for that show. That's what I feel. So Valley said, for example, someone could see a story, but they can't message you. No. If they see if you have Facebook and they can see your story, they have access to you, right? But if you viewing somebody else's page and they could see whoever you are, but there's no content on your page because there's no pictures, or you maybe got a picture of a man on there, they don't have no access. The key is, this is the key. If you're gonna be on social media, to control the situation, you have to have the access. That's my choice. But when you cut motherfuckers out your life, you don't want them having access to you. Don't cut your access off. You may, some of them fucking losers, some of them losers may help you out, but they can't have access to you. That's the point. You you that's why they tell you to keep your enemies close. You need to see what they're doing. And when you sick and have a cold and you jump online and you've been in a low key for a few, you're gonna go to your Instagram and see what everybody's doing, right? What everybody's doing on Facebook, what everybody's doing here. And then you catch up. Oh, but salute to my bro, man. Shout out to the J Speed, man. He just got $5 in the bank. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. He said she made 450,000 hits. You're absolutely right. Should have did it. You an official cat, bro. Trust me when I tell you. I fuck with you because I know ain't nobody else on YouTube I would fuck with. You could go historically and start, you know what I mean? So I feel that I know it's frustrating you trying to level the woman out and bring the old school love back in, but I feel that you went back and forth with a couple of heavy hitters on my channel and that shit was spectacular. But again, you know what I'm saying? She's an influencer, she's not an inspirer. So I feel you more than an influencer. I think you're more an inspirer. To me, that's how I see it. So let me break this down again on social media, right? We all are watching everybody through the window. Remember the Michael Jackson song, Looking Through the Window? We all are looking, right? We all are looking. Let's just face it. Everybody, page stalker. You listen, again, we gotta know how to read the temperature. But just because if you gonna cut a loser loose and you know a nigga was part of your life and he don't got no access, you have to be the upper hand because you cut him loose. Some of y'all be like, fuck him, I don't check this, I don't check that. You got to. This nigga got naked pictures of you. You don't know what this motherfucker's doing. You got to be on point. Okay? Because a lot of times when you cut people out your lives and you trying to flex for the gram and they flexing for the gram, y'all just two idiots together. But when you could sit back and watch and say, this nigga's a real fucking clown. You know what I mean? You got to switch that up. Okay, she said, for example, how you supposed to show the world your beauty? Great question. You can show the world your beauty by one fucking picture on Instagram. One. And I see you, and I know you pretty. Oh, you can put one picture up there. That's number one. Number two, how you making money with that shit? You ain't making no money. It's pointless. Nobody hitting you up. Yo, Valley, I want you to do some modeling shit, get in the video. If you're not benefiting from that shit, don't post nothing. I'm telling you. Because you're giving too much access. And that's how you get access to all the fucking garbage. Because they're looking at you trying to see where they're at in life. You need to look at and see where the fuck they're at in life. It'll push you harder. You understand? This is letting people know. So do you condone checking other people's shit out? Absolutely. Especially when it's the fucking garbage you got rid of. You got to tap in. You got family and friends. I see family and friends go down in a sinkhole on Facebook. Come on now, amen. How many of y'all know people that just literally fell off on that bitch? I've seen people's lives on Facebook in the last 15, 20 years. Not 20. Well, not 20 yet. It's not Facebook. Excuse me. 15 years. Because it'll be 20 years in 2027. I've seen people's pages in the last 10 to 15 years. They still own that shit. Some of these motherfuckers got pictures up there that been in since 2009. Those are losers. They ain't making no money for that shit. You want entertainment, just get a Facebook account and go through that shit. If I had myself online, listen, If you gonna do all that shit, get on OnlyFans. I'm serious. At least you make money. You don't make money on Facebook or Instagram by having your picture posted. It's a waste of time. Put a cartoon or animation. All right? Put a bullshit name up. Put a pretty girl up there, somebody else. I mean, if it's a man, he's gonna accept you any fucking way. Once he sees some pussy, he's gonna accept it. I don't care if you're a transsexual. Put a tranny picture up of that bitch. He'll approve it. I'm telling you. I don't want you to cut everybody out your life and go into a depression. You can still enjoy this shit. You don't want to take it all away as long as you got the accessibility. Because once you play in the game and you got a page, they got a page. Now you gotta cut all that shit loose. You stay stuck like that. Some people think, well, don't you stay stuck looking at everybody? If that's the case, you're gonna stay stuck looking at everybody on social media. It's the same shit. Nobody got the power to stop watching none of that. So don't put yourself. Okay, I'll give you another unrealistic challenge. That's like saying you're not gonna check social media ever again. Look, some of y'all can't do that for a week. It's impossible. So don't deprive yourself. Be realistic. After a while, trust me, when you have your top people, you checking their pages out, eventually that's just gonna fucking die out. It's gonna die out because you gotta use that as a crutch. The more losers you see in your life should push you. It motivates me. I sit there, this nigga's a fucking clown. I ain't joining that car club, fucking corny bitch. It's supposed to inspire you, especially when they don't have access to you. You don't want to have a war of pictures and he posted, they posted, you checking to see who's watching your shit. There ain't nothing to check on mine. There ain't nothing there. Thank you very much, Rowdy, for that super sticker. Thank you. Love you for that. Love you too, J Speed. Right then, you keep posting, nobody got time for that. Right. That's how you get depressed. People think you get depressed from watching other people's shit. Yeah, that's because you're watching everybody on social media. That got nothing to do with your friends and family. That's just a little bit. That may add fuel to the fire, but you could cut all of them loose and you're gonna be on social media. That's not a good alternative. That's like going from one fire to another. What I'm saying is use it as a crutch. It's a crutch to keep you up. Friends and family, they're not gonna inspire you. They should inspire. If they're not going to inspire you, then don't look at them. But they're supposed to inspire you because they doing corny shit. Don't get inspired because they doing something good. Don't look at one of your friends buying a house now. That'll put you into a depression. Maybe you should inject them. But if you're looking at them like this corny fuck put all this information out on there, then you have to use that as a crutch. You dig where I'm coming from? There's a method to this shit. I'm telling you. You can't totally exempt yourself from everything. That's not gonna work. The body's gonna go into shock like that. You get depressed very quick like that. Okay. Nobody could listen, that's like somebody telling you, I'm gonna give you this flip phone that's torture. You can't deal with no flip phone for no 2 weeks. No, you used to having a smartphone for nearly 20 years. Hell no, nobody gonna be able to do that. But again, I'm speaking in terms of people in your life. You control that. You can't control the shit on social media. You can't. You can kind of control how much you're gonna take, how much screen time, but you can control the people you chop out your life. So you could use the losers, the garbage, especially as a crutch. I'll give you an example. You cut out 5 fucking bozos out your life. I guarantee you go to them 5 bozos page, they ain't doing shit. I'm telling you. You're supposed to be inspired from that. Don't be inspired from their Don't be inspired from their endeavors. Be inspired for them being stuck. That'll push you. Knowing niggas ain't did shit without you in their fucking life, or you ain't missing nothing. They still doing it. Sometimes seeing people doing the same old shit. That's like you cutting through the hood. You come home, you visit your old neighborhood. All these niggas is doing the same shit. You're like, damn, I'm doing good. You gonna feel good about yourself because nobody doing shit. It confirms your it validates your confirmation and confirms your choice. Right. So if you really have nothing to prove, you got to be about that life. Again, look at my Facebook. My shit is big. This is why I'm really on Facebook. See this shit here? Okay. You see this shit here to the right? It's called Marketplace. That's why I'm on that bitch. Okay, let me show. This is the shit I'm on. Okay, this is my shit. Okay, Facebook is bigger than that shit. They didn't have this shit in 2007, 2010. This is all new. I could buy shit from all over the world on this shit, literally. All over the world. It's amazing. This is use the tools. Don't let the shit abuse you. If you was on if we was having this conversation, it was 2010, you probably was linking up with people from school, y'all was reconnecting, y'all was doing parties. This is 2025. A lot has changed now. Okay. If you still going to a party in 2025, your party ain't no good parties. You can't go to a good birthday party in 2025 unless you get fucking drunk. All that shit is whack now. He said, I wrote this song, get a chance, check it out. Our black man world, the black man, the world need to see you smile. That's why I told you, man. You gotta, your platform, all you gotta do. See, the good thing about your shit, you be getting their sisters and you could get a niggas too. But I think you could come from a fatherly level. You could come more of a fatherly level than me. I could speak for the woman and tell them what their father didn't tell them, but you could speak from a fatherly perspective because you know what I'm saying? You more seasoned. And I think that's important. They have FB dating now. That shit is whack. So FB late ain't nobody official on FB dating. It's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas out there that just want some pussy and a whole bunch of desperate girls. You know, I can't tell you if they had Facebook dating in 2007. Well, if they had it, they would have been more new and exclusive. Maybe I would have said it's kind of exclusive, but there's no dating app exclusive in 2025. All that shit is garbage. You can learn a lot from the garbage that you cut out your life. You know what I mean? But they can't have access to you. That's the main goal. Cut all access. It's the access. Okay? Some of y'all got family and friends that ain't shit. Just cut the access off. That's all. They're worthless. They can't have access to you. All right? Maybe I can have access to you if I fucking need you, but cut the access off. Cut off their lifeline. It's like the nurse that works the damn midnight shift, and you know what I mean? Nigga got that little device he could keep beeping to come in the room. Now he like, where's that fine nurse at? Oh, she left for the day. He got no access to her. She know where he at. She know who the client was, who the patient was, but he don't know where the fuck she live. You understand? So this is a different method. It ain't necessarily cut people out your life and you'll feel better. No, just cut the access. It's the accessibility. I want that to be clear. Access. You can't have access to me. Okay, you're on my WhatsApp, and I don't really fuck with you. You can't have. I'm like, oh no, she can't have that access. This bitch is a bozo. That's all. So I block her accessibility. I can't. She can still watch my live streams. I can't. You know what I mean? Because I'm still out here, but she doesn't have that access, that personal access. No more. You dig it? I got into a relative online that seems them see them on 4th of July. Oh, she said she got into it with a relative online, then seen them on the 4th of July and gave them hugs. You know, I mean, sis, listen, family on family, some of y'all family are so much fucking losers. You know, but y'all just as bad as them because you post shit, they post shit, and then y'all are both crazy. But friends, listen, I'm not telling you to cut all family off of line. Only the trash. Some of y'all got second, third cousins as dirt, and they got the accessibility. They can't have that access. You as a woman, how do I put my beauty out there? That's a good question. I like that because a lot of people believe that, but they can't have access. You want full access, you got to get on a different damn platform. You can't do it on Instagram. You know how many girls graduated high school and tried to become Instagram models? Remember, like 3, 4 years ago, everybody had tried to graduate from high school 3, 4 years ago. They thought they was going to be an Instagram model. Now, fast forward 2025, ask the average guy or girl, they're going to tell you they want to be a streamer like Kai Sinat. It's a trap. Now everybody want to be a fucking streamer now. You know what I'm saying? Good luck on that. You understand? You got to keep it exclusive, man. That's all. Don't cut people out your life. Just cut the access. You gotta deny the access. You got a neighbor, you want to fuck the nigga, you find him cute. Don't fuck him. Don't do it. You ruin everything. You fuck that neighbor, you're finished. He never gonna respect you. Now you gotta move. And you want to be the fly bitch later, like, yeah, he be sweating me. I'm like, no, bitch, you already fucked him. Well, I don't deal with him no more. It don't matter. He got it. You know what I mean? Get the garbage out your life. Trust me when I tell you, just cut off access. You dated a nigga a couple of times and shit. Just cut the access off. Nigga can't get to you no more. Oh, I see you go home with your door. Hope you got home safe. Block the motherfucker. That's all. He's garbage. Then when you see him, hold on, give me a minute. Keep moving. You'll get the picture eventually. Because the garbage gotta go. You know, but I ain't trying to have the garbage on my lawn. I ain't trying to have no fucking garbage in my backyard. So I gotta look at my surveillance camera to make sure these niggas is playing. You know what I mean? I don't want to look at my damn surveillance camera 3 o'clock in the morning. I see a little fucking damn nasty ass raccoon in my backyard. I don't want to see no deers and shit eating no fucking plants. You know what I mean? So you gotta cut the access to the garbage. I thought full access was being with somebody in real life. Accessibility, full access, you giving somebody exclusivity. Motherfucker got your phone number, that's access. Motherfucker got your Instagram, that's your personal Instagram. Like you post shit on it, that's access. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think a lot of people's getting well. I don't want you to go down the line tomorrow and cut people out your life because life's gonna get better. That's not what I'm saying. Cut the access off. You feel me? Some of y'all women like you too pretty to be. You supposed to have a page on Instagram with no photos. And trust me, you'll see how this world is. Believe me. Then you're gonna start realizing, like, damn, I'm wasting my fucking time. Because even if you gotta say, I keep looking at everybody else's business, at least you catch yourself. So now you can control the access that you put in your brain. That's cool. You know what I mean? You may look at somebody's page and say, I don't want to look at that bitch no more. She's my past. Fine, just don't look at it anymore. You know what I mean? But it's good to know that you can. Looking at these niggas get old, they look fucked up. I'm telling you, I could go to a page right now. I won't do it now because they probably watching, but there's a few motherfuckers, family and friends. I'm just like, man, this shit inspired me. But they don't got no access because they can't find my fucking page. It doesn't exist with my name. So let's say the algorithm rats me out and tells them you have a suggested friend. It's still no. All this was what's all on my shit. Nothing but repost. Look, there's nothing there. Look, you understand? Now there's a couple of the B mindset little things, but again, they it's not my page. You get it? It's not Axel Daniel. It's not my government. It's nothing there. It could be anybody. You know what I mean? It ain't me. I'm not gonna. You ain't gonna see no video on there like, "Hey, I just got back today with me and a wife and a daughter." None of that. They got to look at other models. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got a cold. You hear that shit, right? Shout out to Chaos Ray. You know what I mean? My ladies are not accessible. No nigga could call me and be like, "Yo, Nate, I see this chick. I want to fuck with her." Little accident Daniel B mindset bitches. They don't have no access, not through me. None of my niggas. None of them. They won't even. Number one, they don't know what I do. I don't give that accessibility out. If a woman come visit me and she comes from a different town, okay, I wouldn't even make her put her in a vulnerable position like that. She coming to see me. I would never have a nigga around. Never. That's giving him access. You feel what I'm saying? Access. I need to be clear with that. Cut off all access. Cut the garbage. You know what I mean? All the garbage in your life. The access. That's the key. It won't make you depressed that way. Cutting everybody out your life, yeah, that'll make you depressed. You can't cut everybody out your life and then get on Instagram and look at their page. You just cut the access out. That's all. When motherfuckers can't get to you, that's called exclusivity. You're exclusive. You dig? You dig, Valley? There's a lot of listen. Most of my women here are pretty. The pretty women are here. Niggas know that. Okay. Y'all have no idea. Some of these motherfuckers is ultra fine. Uh, None of my niggas could come to me with that shit. Only one that got access to my WhatsApp is me. Other than WhatsApp, the people that own it, I think they just sent us an email like they don't have no accessibility to it. I mean, well, they created it, so I don't. But they still gave us the disclaimer that they don't have access. They don't read our shit. That's in a clause. That's fine. I'm cool with that. So let me say this again. If you come here as a student, right, and I gave you my WhatsApp in January, and you wasn't consistent. So now I realize that you was full of shit. You ain't official. That's dead weight. But you popping up on a live stream every now and then. So that means you still active. It's not like you been gone and I'm like, damn nigga, you okay? But you pop up. And I'm like, huh? Nah, I'll cut the access off. You may even still have the blue rich. You may even have, but I'll cut the accessibility off, the personal accessibility. The shit you're gonna pander on or ponder on when the live stream is over. That's different. You could talk to me through the chat. You could leave a comment, but you can't hit me on my jack. Can't do that anymore. Some people say, that ain't no big deal. Oh, yeah, it is a fucking big deal. Because I see you ain't doing shit. You full of shit. I got access to seeing you full of shit. And you got this personal access to my phone number? Nah. WhatsApp is amazing. You could leave endless messages on that shit. I know they say 6 minutes, but you could leave long voice notes on. No, can't do that. You can't leave me a long voice note on this. But if you have a long voice note that's 20 minutes long, you could do that. I will cut the access to that if I find out your garbage. I will. I'll cut it off. because I see that, you know what I mean? That's dead weight. Then people getting your on your bad side. Well, you got to remember, Valley, the people that are part of my WhatsApp, we have a very close community. Now, we don't intertwine with each other. It's not a group, but it's my group. So let's just say there's 15 ladies that I talk to on a regular, and I ain't even lying, right? 15, my top 15 women. Out of the 15, there's going to be like three of them I talk to every day. Out of the 15, once a week, this one once a month, they tap in. You know, they'll drop a little couple of dollars here. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So, for example, let's just say you're always here. So you're active. So your current situation is that we never talk on WhatsApp, but you're active here as a commentator and as a student. So let's just say you took off 2 3 months, and I didn't even realize it, other than having your email, and you come back, Nate. My bad. I was, in an accident or whatever. That's different. But if you coming back, right? Because it's easier to if you coming back and you going through changes and then you take off and I don't hear from you in a year. You're like, hey Nate, and you're like, well, where you been? Oh, I just been checking other platforms out. That's dead weight. You can't have a blue wrench for that. Because how you a moderator, you come in once a year. You feel what I'm saying? So moderators are active. So for moderators here, there's a reason why. So you gotta know how to separate the trash. Here in New York, we gotta separate the recyclables from the garbage. There's people at night, especially the Asians, they like to dig and find, recyclables that they can turn in for money, 5 cents, whatever, whatever. I think in some states it's 10 cents. But they're not going through the garbage unless it's a bum. A bum is gonna go through the garbage or a raccoon. They trying to get food. So in New York now, they don't want us putting the bags of garbage on the street. We got to put it in we have to put it in a can because they don't want the rats and the rats and the especially the rats and the possums and raccoons that have accessibility. If they have excess, they can multiply. They can eat food. Niggas got food as garbage. That's how rats eat, right? So they cut off their supply, their lifeline, and now there's less pests on the street. Okay, we don't care the Asians and the other people. They getting on the recyclables all night. They could do that shit. They're harmless. It's the motherfucking goddamn rodents. You understand? So that's real. Yeah, cause listen, you get you don't have most people got access to me to listen to this shit every day and run with it, right? But the real exclusivity is when you on that WhatsApp with me. That's a whole different ball game. Cause now you have a personal direct. I could go offline. You can't leave a comment. I would have to see it the next morning. But you hit my WhatsApp 2 3 o'clock in the morning, my motherfucking phone is going ching. You understand? It's a big difference. It doesn't go through a filter like YouTube. It hits my jack. 3 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, my wife know what I do. But if I got a sick motherfucker, crazy bastard calling me, she's gonna hear it. But the point is, what I'm making is, you gotta look at this, how the New York City trying to reduce the rodents in this city. You have to cut down the access. She said, "You really have the best information on YouTube. I know that. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I would like to think so. So I may have to revisit this. Thank you, Valley. I may have to revisit this so that you'll understand. Access denied. Cut off access with the garbage in your life. The accessibility. Okay? Okay? All right. You got that bum ass baby's father, and you got your real official nigga. And the bum ass baby's father's not doing shit for you and the kid. He's a piece of fucking garbage. Well, it's still the father. It doesn't matter. You can't give him the access. If he official, let him go to court to get access. You can't give him access and he ain't help you with your kid. You can't do that. I don't want y'all getting mixed up with cutting motherfuckers out your life. That ain't that's not what I'm saying. Cutting off the accessibility. You get it now? I could have probably lost y'all at first. I think y'all got it now. Right? I'm gonna have to do it. You're right. I'm gonna have to do a series on this. I'm gonna have to do a series because some people may have thought, well, I thought you said just cut the garbage out your life. Right. Well, technically you're cutting the garbage out your life, but you have to cut the access. I could use a whole bunch of different comparisons. You know, ex-boyfriend. All right. The nigga likes to call you 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because y'all got history. What do y'all do? Is he a business partner? He puts some money in your shit every other month. That's different. But what is he doing for you? You're friends with him for what? He can't have that access. You got to cut that off. Block his fucking ass. Whatever you got to do. Block him. All right? You move, don't give him the new address. You move to a different state, tell him you moved on the other side of town. Don't tell him you fucking moved out the state. Don't tell him shit. Don't give him the access. Deny it. So I'm definitely going to have to do a series on this one because I need y'all to understand. Let me give you another simple one. When you finish here, you look at the phone. Let me give you one that I did recently. I'm going to give you a real life situation. Let me give you one. Okay, so check it. There's some people around that got access to me now. Like my man's mother got access to me because excuse me, not my man, but he a younger kid. So her son works for me every now and then in the summer. She got access to me now. I don't like that. But the son works for me every now and then, right? So she has access. You know what she's doing now? She's asking a lot of goofy shit. Like favors and shit that I could take her somewhere. Could I drop her to the laundromat? Dumb shit. Now I just been denying the request. I haven't cut the accessibility off because she still got my phone number. You dig? So now she got my phone number. She got full accessibility because her son works with me. So she ain't at the level of garbage yet. She's annoying, but I'm still utilizing her son. You feel me? Now, I had this dude. The nigga used to work with me. Older nigga. I grew up with the nigga. When the nigga was fucked up in the game, the nigga was coming to me for work. Okay? He just got married. He coming to me for work. Long story short, nigga went and got a job with Transits driving a bus. Right? The nigga, I checked on the dude a few times, I rooted for him. He came to the job one time in a fucking uniform. So this happened about 2 summers ago. This 2020. Let's say it happened in about a year and a half ago. So I remember the nigga came in his training uniform. I was happy to see the nigga in his training uniform. The nigga came to a fucking job, met me there with his car, and he was complaining like, yo, I didn't know I was going to get dirty. I'm like, yo, fam, this is why I didn't want you to come here with your uniform. Because ain't nothing easy here, nigga. Just when you think it's going to be quick, it's going to be harder. So I screamed on the nigga. I ain't really like that. So whatever. Anyway, he gets on, he drives a bus, right? Nigga doing his thing, whatever. I'm happy for the nigga. So I call him every now and then, like, yo, what route you doing? He telling me he over here. He used to pass by my crib, beep the horn. So now the nigga telling me he working out in Queens and shit. So the last time I checked on him, I noticed he don't be checking on me no more. Like, he don't tap in. Now, when he need a car, he needed work, he had the access of always hitting me up. We homies, yo, we grew up together, same hood. He had full access. I would actually put, I'll pay him extra for a job just because I know the nigga was going through his changes. Okay, cool. Now that the nigga's up and he doing his shit, you don't hear from him. Now, I've been checking on him. So what I did was I gotta cut the access to me. You can't have that access no more. Fuck it. If you gonna go to a car dealership and let them niggas rob you, nigga, it ain't even you ain't gonna be calling me when you fucking need me, nigga. You know what I mean? Cause how is it now that I'm checking on you? That's backwards. You know what I mean? So niggas do that shit a lot. People know that. So what you gotta think about is, well, I said, listen, I got access to him. I got his number still. I got his Facebook. He don't got the access to me. Now, when he fucked up in a game and he like, yo, I want to go to Volkswagen and get this deal on this whip, I just call you. I'm like, come on, my nigga. I ain't hear from you since you driving a bus. You know what I mean? You ain't calling niggas no more. So you don't tell him that. You just cut the accessibility off. So now when he texts you, it ain't gonna ever reach me because I fucking cut the access off. You cut that lifeline off. It's almost like if you don't log into a website for a long time, they tell you, yo, nigga, we need your password and shit again. You ain't fucking been here in years. You can't just give a nigga access that you put on and now when a nigga fucked up in a game and his wife leave him or he needs somebody to move him and shit. No, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like, we not doing that. You're not gonna be around me as a friend and you calling other movers and moving companies when you know me, I have a moving company. You understand? You gotta cut that access off. It ain't no beef, but now you being garbage. You ain't no different than the trash in the fucking street. I don't like trash. You gotta cut that shit off. It's a different way to do it, but it works. Now, do I see the nigga move around? He's alive. He ain't dead. I'd be wrong if the nigga died. He's still posted on Facebook. I'll tap it and see what he's doing. I see if the nigga's moving around. So that way, you don't cut the situation off in a negative way. You aware that the niggas, you know what I mean? It's like you calling somebody, they gotta recharge their phone every day. All right? Niggas got their phones in their fucking hand, but then when they call you and they all fucked up, and they usually don't pick up when they need some money, they pick that bitch right up on the first call. You gotta cut the access out. You can't have that accessibility. If a nigga come to me and want to borrow money, and I know that the nigga ain't good with paying back, he'll never be able to borrow money again. You have to set the tone with people. That's the only way you're gonna respect. Not only are they gonna respect you, but whether they respect you or not, you're gonna respect yourself. You can't expect people to respect you. You gotta respect yourself. So you gotta set the tone and cut the garbage out by giving it access. Get rid of the garbage. It's worthless. Some things you just can't do. Y'all see an old girl in my spot, um, Laura, on my in my studio. You know, she couldn't have been garbage. She would have been in the studio. I'm a great judge of character. So, what if she turned that way? Well, that will be announced. To be announced. Shit can happen. We all know meat could get spoiled, milk could get spoiled, food could go bad. But then it could also you got to keep it fresh. You're not walking in my studio and you spoil garbage. Not fucking happening. Now the rats and rodents and fleas and roaches, I can't afford that. So you got to learn to get rid of the fucking garbage. Some of y'all may see models that work that wore my shirt. Some of them are around. Some of them are no longer to be found anymore. They don't have no access to me no more. I tell you that fucking much. They can't say, Nate, I need a favor. Hey, Nate, just thinking about you. These are motherfuckers that'll see a viral video and then they'll give you a call. Hey, what's up? I see your video. Who's this? Oh, it's so and so the model. Bitch, I haven't heard from you since 2016. Are you serious? But she's not going to have no access. You got to go down to your archives. WhatsApp is easier to know. You got archives in there. You got regular. It's a good setup. That's why you do your business on WhatsApp. You know who official, who not. You can't have a hit your regular jack. They got to hit that WhatsApp. Very important. Okay? So then how can a woman be exclusive? Don't fuck niggas in your hood. Don't date them. Can't shit where you sleep. Once you do that, you gotta move. Well, I want to move. I need to do new scenery. No, bitch, you need to stay there. Well, no, I fucked my next door neighbor. Okay, yeah, it's probably time to move. Is he moving anytime soon? No, he just moved in there. Oh no, you got to get the fuck out of there. You gave excess. You killed it. You can't grow with that. That's dead weight. You got to cut the dead weight off. It slows you down. A lot of comparison. Last but not least, it's another comparison you got to know. Okay, I don't want you going through your phone going who's been naughty and been nice. You fuck around and cut off your lifeline. They don't do that. We talking about the access to true people, the true trash in your fucking life. All right? You got that cousin, every time they call with drama, but you feel like, well, damn, I got to keep in touch with them because they have to have access because of a case of emergency. That is a problem. Because now you have to give full access to the garbage. You're going to have to make a choice. Don't get into, well, I don't want to deal with the drama. No, nobody want to hear none of that. Don't explain. You can't explain to a motherfucker when you're cutting off their access. You just cut it off. Okay. All right. They'll be all right. They'll find a way. You sleeping late at night, these niggas is texting you, leaving you 30-minute fucking messages, and you didn't get none of them. Well, that's great. You sleep better. They won't. So, like you said, I'm going to have to do a series of this. Access denied. Cut off all access with the garbage in your life. Cut off that access. Accessibility is vulnerability. Okay? When you're vulnerable, you give motherfuckers a segue into your life. Okay? Vulnerable motherfuckers do that. Okay? That's why you hear people, everybody always calling me with their drama. And that's why when I give people advice, they don't listen. Don't give them that access. Tell them, damn, that's crazy. Wow, you're going to have to pray on that. Don't give it you think a motherfucker got access to get advice from me? Some of them had it. You better run with that shit. Access. That's what's fucking y'all up, giving that access. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been real. I love you all. I'm going to revisit this. I'm going to have to do it again. I'm going to have to do a series of this so y'all can see the results. It works. I'm living it. It does. What happens when you run into me in the street? Yeah, just bullshit them. Damn, I didn't even check my messages. Well, you call, man, it don't matter. It's working. Once you see them and they ask, that means the mission is completed. It's working. You didn't get it. They didn't get the access to you. Fuck them. Don't unblock them. As long as they leave it the fuck alone, you ain't receiving the messages. It don't matter what they doing. You can't look at it as a rainy day. Just make sure, because when you cut that, the garbage is always going to let you know they try to get back in there. That's just how it goes. They're going to always let you know that. That rat's going to come around and go through that garbage, and he like, God damn, we can't get in the garbage can. They're going to try. Of course they're going to try. Just as long as they don't have no access. That's all. Now, what about your pussy? How do we not give niggas no access to pussy? That's easy. That's more easier than any fucking thing. How did he get to the date? How do you even sat down and have a talk with him? He had access. He had to have your phone number. You at his motherfucking house. He ain't gonna get no pussy though. But bitch, you over there. You shouldn't be in the house. He see you on that train. You said you, and he says hello. You went in the house and got disappeared. That's you. You can't avoid that. But the access, you got the ability. You got the power. In order for him to fucking take it, he got to call rape. So if the nigga fucked you and you slipped, you gave him some excess. Can't give no access. Once you give the access, you're fucking ruined. You're ruined. And you're going to be even more depressed because you're going to be like, I fucked up again. So I say this to say, cutting everybody out your life still is not the key. That's not what I'm telling you to do. Don't do that. Just cut the access to the garbage. They'll be fine. And the only access you should be able to have is watch what the fuck they doing. You got to watch your enemies. Watch what that motherfucker's doing. Life is a surveillance camera. You got to always have your eyes on. Got eyes in the back of your head, eyes in the front. Okay? Check that ring camera, all the above. That fucking loser popped up at your house. You look on the ring camera and said, oh no, this nigga did not just pop at my motherfucking door. Don't answer it. That's all. If he becomes a problem, call 911. Just don't say hello. That's all. Don't give him access. He shouldn't even know where the fuck you live. Cut off all access and watch your life change for the better by replacing it with that growth. You don't listen to me, just stay stuck. Because if you don't listen, you're going to be one stuck fuck. Have a good night. Peace.